Okay guys, so I'm gonna go with my P. base, my P. eyeshadow base, eyelid primer, but P. base, in the shade number 2. And I'm gonna be using this brush by Real Technique. I'm going with Real Technique's base shadow brush. Mine kind of came out a little, so that's why it looks all jacked up, but it still works for me. I put this amount of P. base on the back of my hand, and I'm just gonna like dip into it like a little, put this much on my brush. I just stipple it all the way up to my upper crease. Once I'm all the way up there, I kind of just blend it a little, drag it to try to blend it a little with my concealer so it's not too light. I used it in my last video and I'm gonna use it again because they have really good transition colors. So I'm gonna take my favorite palette, the Emrezi and Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and I'm gonna do my eyes today. I'm gonna be doing a brown smoky eye. So I'm gonna go in with the shade, on this it's spelled with an accent, but I don't have a New York accent so I can't say it. So I'm gonna take the shade New Yorker, and I'm using this Paul Mitchell's brush, this Paul Mitchell's blending brush, and I'm just gonna use that to stipple it into my eyes. If you watch, into my crease. If you watched my last video, you know I love to stipple things into my crease. So I'm literally just stippling that into my crease. Yeah, I know I love blending out with my Morphe brushes. So I'm gonna take this Morphe blending brush, it doesn't have a name, and I'm literally just gonna diffuse that a little into my into my brow bone. Now I'm gonna go in with my shade 1988. I love the shade, I used it in my last video. And I'm gonna be taking this no name brush, just gonna be packing that 1988 shade onto my lid. Like I said, we're doing a smoky eye, so we don't need that much shades, and I'm doing a brown smoky eye, not a black one. You're gonna be taking that same blending brush that you used to diffuse the first shade, and you're literally just gonna blend both colors together in your crease. And I decided that I was gonna do it with a colored liner because colored liners are so pretty and so fun, and I'll be adding glitter to it. So today's look is like really cute. So I'm gonna be taking the NYX Vivid Bright liner, and there's gonna be using this pretty green glitter by Glow Academy. And y'all just look at this packaging, like this packaging is like so cute. Of course, I'm going in with my NYX glitter glue. I didn't realize I used a lot of NYX product until now. Now I'm gonna go in with this Morphe E29 brush, and I'm gonna be pressing the glitter onto my lid where I created the liner. I'm gonna go in with my Mario Badescu vitamin C serum, and I'm just gonna put a few drops of that, 3 drops of that all over my face, and I'm just gonna rub that in. Then I'm gonna go in with some moisturizer over that with my Tasha Silk Canvas Primer. I swear by this primer. I love this primer. I'm obsessed with this primer. It is so good. Like, it creates such a really good flat base, literally a silk canvas. So for foundation today, I'm gonna be taking Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation, and I'm gonna be using the colors Kano and Punta Cana, and the Punta Cana is $4.35 and Kano is $1.50. Now I'm gonna go in with my Mario Badescu spray, and it really doesn't matter which color you use. It's good to have like a Mario Badescu spray or a really good setting spray, mist, whatever you want to use, and spray your foundation before blending it out. And the reason why I do this is once I blend it out, the spray will allow my foundation to set better. Hey guys, I realized that I didn't get to tell you guys the name of the foundation brush that I'm using to blend out my foundation. It is the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation Brush. It's their new foundation brush. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my Morphe concealer, and I'm gonna be using the shade C335. I gotta do my forehead, but I'm not adding too much on my forehead, just like right there. So today I'm gonna be using this no name brush. I like it. It's like a mini kabuki. Like, I'm gonna be using this fluffy brush, and I'm gonna be blending out my concealer with that. To blend out my concealer, I prefer brushes than sponges because I feel like I can control the product more with a brush. And okay, so when roughing out a concealer with a brush, you want to start at the edges. You want to blend the edges. You want to make sure that the edges are blended perfectly with your foundation. And it's okay if you have like a lot of product and you have to be going in with your foundation brush to make sure that it blends properly. But you want to start at the edge and then you work in the middle. Starting at the edges also will keep your concealer in place. It won't be dragging your concealer all the way out. When you start in the at the edges, it won't drag your concealer out. It will literally keep it wherever you put it. Going back in with my foundation brush, and I'm just going with the edge of the concealer, and I'm literally just like tapping into it to make sure that the edges are blended perfectly. This part is completely optional, but for my babes that like a really bronzy face or they like to cream contour, this is what I use to cream contour. The Juvia's I Am Magic Concealer Stick Foundation. And I'm going to be using the shade Zambia. Now, there's two ways to apply it. You can literally just go like this and drag it to where you want it. Or you can either go like this and create little dots. I recommend for a beginner, for you guys to create, for a beginner to create dots. That way you're applying less product and it's easier to blend for you. So I'm gonna be going with this big blending brush by Juvia's Place. It literally marks blending brush. And just like I did with my highlight, I'm literally just gonna be stippling that in and I'm keeping it in place. I'm not gonna spread it, I'm not gonna take it anywhere else. I'm literally just keeping it where it is. I'm gonna press it in more into my hairline so it blends better with my hairline. I like to go in with my DIDNT beauty blender and I literally just like to press it in. The reason you do this is to get rid of any excess powder that you have on your face. My face is looking a little glossy, so I know I have a lot of excess powder on my face. And I want to get rid of some of that sheen, so I'm literally just pressing this in all over my face. Then you also, especially on my forehead up here, this also helps everything to just like blend better. Now to set my face, I'm going to be going with my Laura Mercier setting powder in the shade Translucent. And I am going to be using Real Techniques setting brush, literally setting brush, to set my face. To set under your eyes properly, raise your palette or mirror, whatever you're using, right above you and look up. This way under your eyes is stretched out and you can literally just like press into the creases to set them. Now I can literally just tap in and set under my eyes properly with my Laura Mercier setting powder. Now I'm gonna go with my Fenty Beauty setting powder in the shade Honey, and I like to set the rest of my face with a colored setting powder as opposed to a translucent one. I'm gonna be going with Morphe R14 brush, and I'm gonna be dipping that in into my Fenty setting powder in the shade Honey, and I'm gonna use that to set the rest of my face. And yes, I go over my my eyebrows with setting powders because it lines them a little, give them a more realistic look. That's what we're going for, to look real, to be a real fake Barbie doll. So I'm gonna go on with my Morphe highlight and contour palette, going with the shade Fabulous and Debutante, because Fabulous is more of a bronze shade, while Debutante is more contour. And now I'm gonna be taking this Charlotte Tilbury Magic Complexion brush, and I'm gonna be taking my cute Bella blush by Juvia's Place. I'm gonna be taking this Morphe brush. It's like a flat, fluffy brush, and I'm gonna be going with the shade Mirage to add some highlight to my face. Press it in first, then I blend it out. And this is with everything. I always press it in first, then I blend it out. It'll be so cute under my eyes. I've used it under my eyes before, but I feel like matching it with green is like gonna be so pretty. It's a purple pencil liner by Morphe, and this is in the shade Wine Me. I feel like okay, there you go. That's better. That's what I'm used to. So this is the look, guys. I hope you guys like it. Pictures will be after this.
Give me no choice, so very soon I go up here for your demand. And you had that tight dress on when I saw you last.